The following video demonstration, I'm going to show you how to pop windows out of eManage and put them on top of other applications and give you a couple of different scenarios on why you'd want to do that. One example I want to show you right now is I want to add a new contact to this project. So I clicked on add a quick contact. And what I want to do is I actually have an email that I want to get the contact information from. But as you're aware, if I go to the email and I click on it, the email goes in front of any other application. So if I have this open, if I wanted to keep this quick contact on top of that email, so you notice I just clicked on it and the email disappeared, I could click on this little pop-out. And when I click on that pop-out, it removes it from eManage. So if I minimize the program, it will stay. Now if I click on this email, it put it in front of the eManage, this add a quick contact. But I want to keep this on top at all times. So now when I click on this window will stay in front at all times. So I can easily, copy and paste right into this window. And then when I want to add it back into eManage, and I can just click on it and it will pull it back into eManage. Now, another example of popping out a window is on any of these tabs, there's also a pop-out. So if I actually want to pull this tab out and create it separate, I could click on this and it removed just this tab out of eManage. So it's its own window now. And if I want to, I could click on this little this button here, and it will make it in front of any other window as well. And so I can maximize this if I needed more space to work on it. And if I want to put it back into eManage, all I do is click on the plus, and now I added it back as a tab. Now these are kind of all over the place. If I open up a tab on the side here, these tabs actually have this little minus button. If I click on that, it actually pops a tab out. So now I can work on this separately from the application. The same with any of the tabs at the bottom here. If I wanted to pull out my leads, I can go over here and I could click on this and it will pop it out. And then I can maximize the window and I can work on it. Now, another thing that's really cool is in any grid, you notice there's this little blue arrow. So in all grids. And what that does, and a good example would be, say in this day planner. And I have maybe installations this week. So if I expand all this, it's going to take up more space than it has to offer right here. If I click on this little blue arrow, it will actually pull that grid out into its own window. So now I can work on this in a full screen if I wanted to. So just about everywhere in eManage, you can pop the windows out and pop these tabs out so you can use them on your own. Another thing that you may not be aware of is you can also take these tabs, and I can move this tab and split the screen. So if I wanted to look at this tab side by side to another project, I can just drag and drop it and it splits the screen. So I can work on two things at one time. So again, just another example of some of the flexibility you have in working on these projects. And if I want to, I could drag this back and I can move it to the previous tab group. So anywhere you see this little button, you could break it out. Anywhere you see, you could break out the whole tab and window. On these tabs, anywhere you see this little minus, it will pop it out into its own. And then if you want to pop out a grid, you can click on any of these blue arrows. So, and also remember when you pop these tabs out or these windows out, and click on this to keep it in front, and it will always stay in front of any application. And so it makes it nice, especially when you're comparing other documents or you're having to copy and paste things from one area to another area. So very useful. Alrighty, hope you like that feature.